Picture this. You're relaxing on your balcony, enjoying the amazing view, and you realize the moment could only get better if room service delivered a glass of wine or some other refreshing beverage. Usually you think twice because even if you have a drink package, cruise lines charge you for drinks ordered through room service. But there is a cruise line that if you have one of their all-inclusive packages, you wouldn't give it a second thought. Any drinks included in your package can be delivered anywhere on the ship for free. That cruise line, surprisingly, is Princess. This is one of 12 super valuable perks that you can only enjoy on Princess, which has become one of the best lines for overall value. In this episode of The Chill Cruiser, I'll explore the 12 perks in detail and show how they can really enhance your cruise experience while saving a ton of money. Hey cruisers, Andrew from Ottawa, Canada here. Welcome to The Chill Cruiser, where I look at cruising from a chill perspective. Today I'm going to explore 12 perks that you can only find on Princess. I've cruised on Princess several times over the past 2 years, and it wasn't until I tried a few different cruise lines recently that I realized how many perks that only Princess seems to offer. These perks range from small things like your cabin door opening automatically as you approach thanks to their Medallion technology, all the way to all-inclusive packages that are actually all-inclusive. And their internet service is fast without the limitations and nickel and diming of other cruise lines. If you've watched my previous videos, you'll know that Princess isn't perfect and they've got their quirks like any cruise line. But overall, they're a great option for chill cruising with unbeatable value. At a time when cruise lines seem to be offering less for ever-increasing prices, Princess is doing the opposite and definitely worth a look. These perks fall into 4 general categories: technology, all-inclusive options, food and drinks, and loyalty perks. I'll start with technology, which has become a huge strength of Princess thanks to their Medallion platform. When you check in for your cruise, you receive a wearable medallion that simplifies a lot of things you do every day on the ship. Your cabin door opens automatically as you approach, bartenders can automatically see you on their system when you're ordering a drink, and you can see where your traveling companions are located at any given time on the ship on the Princess app. There are even more perks when it comes to ordering food and drinks that I'll cover later. After you check in for your first Princess cruise, the app remembers your credit card and preferences, which means that if you choose to cruise Princess again, you just have to re-acknowledge the cruise contract and you're done. You don't have to re-enter all of your personal and credit card information like other cruise lines, which is a nice touch that saves you a lot of time. The internet packages on Princess are also unlike any other cruise line I've been on. Usually there are at least 3 different options, and only the most expensive option allows you to stream movies. The cheapest option usually only lets you check email or social media. If you want to be able to stream movies, you have to pay for the most expensive option that can cost upwards of $30 to $40 per day. Princess is only one package that's fast and has no restrictions on what you can and can't stream. I've never had an issue streaming movies regardless of the ship or where it was in the world, including Alaska and Europe. Now's a good time to talk about their Plus and Premier all-inclusive packages, which cover things like internet, drinks, and tips for a set daily rate. Most cruise lines offer some sort of package, but none of them are really all-inclusive, because you still have a bill to pay at the end of the cruise. Princess packages are truly all-inclusive, and unless you book a specialty restaurant or shore excursion on the ship, you'll have a $0 balance on your account when the cruise is done. For example, Norwegian's More at Sea includes an open bar, a $50 excursion credit, along with specialty restaurant meals and internet minutes based on your cabin category and the length of your itinerary. So if you're in a balcony cabin on a 7-night cruise, you get 3 specialty meals and 150 Wi-Fi minutes per person, which works out to 20 minutes a day, which, let's be honest, is nothing. That means at the end of the cruise, you'll still have a balance on your account of $200 per person for tips and another $200 per person for unlimited basic internet. Close to $300 per person if you want to be able to stream anything. All in America has the Have It All package, which includes a shore excursion credit, drink package, specialty dining, and basic internet for $60 per person per day. So at the end of the cruise, you'll still have a balance on your account of $112 per person, plus the cost to upgrade internet if you want to be able to stream movies. With Princess, the Plus package is $65 per day and includes a drink package, unlimited internet with no limitations, gratuities, as well as other perks like free food and drink delivery, 2 fitness classes, and more. For $30 more per day, you can upgrade to the Premier package, which is also unique in the industry. It includes an upgraded drink package with premium wines, internet access for up to 4 devices, and lets you book as many specialty restaurants as you'd like the entire cruise. On other traditional cruise lines, you would need a separate package for specialty dining, and it would cost a lot more than $30 per day. A perk that active casino players will appreciate is that casino offers for top players include the Plus package, so your vacation is truly comped and you only need to pay for port fees. My friend is one of the top players on Norwegian, and her comp suite still cost her close to $1,000 after all the fees and gratuities. When she was on Princess, she paid less than $300, and that was just for port fees. Let's move to food and drinks, where there are some really valuable perks. I mentioned the Medallion platform, which is a service called Ocean Now that lets you order food and drinks on the app that can be delivered to you wherever you are on the ship. There are fees for the service that are waived if you have one of the packages I mentioned. No other cruise line I'm aware of gives you such flexibility. So if you're lounging by the pool or relaxing in the piazza, you can order snacks, drinks, or a full meal, and it will come to you wherever you are. The only limitation is that they won't deliver food to the casino, but don't ask how I know that. The system does have some occasional bugs that have frustrated a few people, especially when you're on the Lido deck close to multiple bars. But I've tried it countless times, usually to my room or somewhere on the lower decks, and it's usually worked pretty well. Back to the scenario I mentioned at the beginning about wanting to order drinks to your room. A cool perk on Princess is that if you have one of their all-inclusive packages, if what you're ordering is included in your package, there's no fee for the drink or the delivery. Even better, it's the same situation when you're on their private island, Princess case. If what you're ordering is included in your package, it's included on the island, too. Something else I've really come to appreciate on Princess is that they offer lunch in the main dining room on Embarkation Day to everyone. That's huge to me because I hate crowds, which are inevitable on Embarkation Day if your only food option is the buffet. Some cruise lines offer a dining room lunch to certain premium cabin categories, but Princess is the only traditional cruise line I'm aware of to offer it to everyone on Embarkation Day. And it's not a stripped-down lunch either. On my most recent cruise, my friends enjoyed a delicious antipasto platter, shrimp salad, ravioli, and apple tart for dessert. That's a much more chill and civilized way to eat lunch and wait for your cabin to be ready than waiting in lines at the buffet. Okay, let's move on to the unique perks that Princess offers to its Captain Circle loyalty program. Now, granted, these are all only offered to elite members, which is their highest category, so it's not something you'll get from day one, but they're a nice reward for your loyalty if you sail with them several times. The first perk elite members notice is a minibar setup in their stateroom. You'll get several Mickeys of alcohol, as well as beer, soft drinks, still, and sparkling water. And you can call room service if you want to substitute certain items, like switch all the alcohol to non-alcoholic drinks. You can also swap everything for a bottled wine, which I wouldn't recommend because the wine options usually aren't very good. Now, this is the only free alcohol you're entitled to as elite, so some cruisers might appreciate what other cruise lines do for their top-tier cruisers, which is give a set number of free drinks per day of the cruise. But none of them offer this kind of minibar setup on day one to any top-tier guest, regardless of cabin category, so I thought it was worth noting. A common perk for top-tier cruisers is complimentary laundry service. What I like about Princess is they don't just include one bag of laundry per cruise, like most other lines. It's unlimited. So if you're on a long cruise like a transatlantic, you can send as many bags of laundry as you'd like. Just keep in mind it might take a few days because the turnaround time on cruises with a lot of elite members can be as high as 3 to 4 days. Another elite perk that I haven't seen on other cruise lines is a shore excursions discount. Princess offers a 10% discount on all of its shore excursions to elite members, which I think is generous. Since excursions can get pricey, that 10% can go a long way in cutting down expenses. A $300 excursion comes down to $270, which saves a couple $60 and a family of 4 $120. So there you have it, 12 super valuable perks that are unique to Princess. Now, like I said, Princess does have its quirks, especially during the planning process. Don't miss my video on the 10 watchouts you should be aware of before you start planning a Princess cruise here. Thank you for watching, and happy cruising.